Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu. Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. I start with the name of Allah, the most beneficent, the most merciful. Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim is key to open Holy Quran. It has mercies and blessings of Allah in it. It has three names of Allah hidden in it: Allah, Rahman, and Rahim. When a person starts reading Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim, so his heart becomes merciful, kind to others, and kind with himself or herself. The person who has hardness, so that will finish when a person start reading Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim before doing everything. Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim, when a person is just to read, because of its blessings, the work is done completely. There is no any trouble that may come in between the work or in between the job or in between the thing the person is doing. So the work is done smoothly, nice way. Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim has so much blessings upon the life of a person that the whole life of a person completely changes and becomes nice. And that person who has the habit to read Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim to start everything, so that person is soft and kind and pious and nice in his ways of walks and talks. The whole life of that person becomes so much nice that other people like to follow his habits. Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim is the verse of Surah Fatiha also. And before Surah Fatiha, the opening surah of Holy Quran, so this is Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. So which is the key of Holy Quran. It has been revealed from Usman radiallahu ta'ala anhu that the devil shocked too much and wept at three times. First of all, when he was expelled from Jannah and cursed by Allah, so he started crying. The second time, when Holy Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam was born, then the shaitan started crying. The third time, when Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim was written in the start of opening Surah Fatiha, so shaitan started crying. So Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim, when we read, so shaitan shocks and it cries a lot, and the blessings of Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim falls on a person, and the habits of a person becomes so much nice before Allah and Prophet Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam. First of all, Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim sent down to Adam alayhi salam. Then Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim came to Ibrahim alayhi salam when he recited. So the fire of Namrud became cooled down. When the people of that time gone astray, then the verse Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim with its blessings and mercies lifted up by Allah. Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim sent down to Sulaiman alayhi salam. So everything became obedient to Sulaiman alayhi salam because of Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim was sent down to Isa alayhi salam. So he was to read it by at the time of standing, sitting, walking, sleeping. So the blessings of Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim made Isa alayhi salam more favorite among the people because he was to know what the people have eaten and what they left in their home and what is in their hidden places. So the blessings of Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim are uncountable. Isa alayhi salam told that the good news that came to him is hidden in Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. Because Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim has special blessings of Allah. When a person starts to read it, Allah's mercies and blessings start falling on that person. Because Rahman, the name of Allah, which is in Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim, that makes all the angels which are connected with the mercies of Allah to fall the mercies of Allah to that person completely, and the Rahim, that is name of Allah hidden in it, it makes Allah's specialized mercies which were allocated just for the people who are with Iman, that start falling to that person also. You can see there are 3,000 names of Allah. Out of 3,000 names, 1,000 names of Allah only the angels they know. But other second thousand names of Allah, those are known by the prophets. And the third thousand names of Allah are present. You can see the 100 names of Allah in Bible, 100 in Torah, 100 in Psalm that was sent down to Dawud alayhi salam. So 300 names in this, but the only 99 names of Allah which are visible in Holy Quran and one is hidden in it. So Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim, when a person is just to read, he gets special blessings of Allah, and that person if read it with his heart, with sincerity and purity, then Because of reading Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim, that person becomes a friend of Allah. Anyone who understands the meaning of three names of Allah which are hidden in holy ayat Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim, Allah, Rahman, and Rahim. So, when that person reads having the understanding of names of Allah with its mercies, so that person's mind, heart, and the whole body parts becomes bending towards Allah and merciful to the people, and that person becomes so much favorite among the eyes of the people. During journey towards Miraj Sharif, Holy Prophet Muhammad Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam, he saw the paradise and the four main streams flowing in the paradise: the water stream, the milk stream, the wine stream, the honey stream. All were generated from the origin that was starting point from the Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. So Allah's names Rahman and Rahim. So these are the special names of Allah which are the origin of these special streams which are flowing in the paradise. Any dua that starting that is started with Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim does not become dead. Any person who finds or looks at a paper on if Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim is written on the paper, and if it is dirty, if a person is just to clean it from the rubbish and from mud or anything that is that has fall down on the paper where the Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim was written, so that person's heart becomes free from sinful things and bad things, and Allah forgive the sins of that person, and the place the person will get to at the day of judgment, so that will be Jannatul Firdaus, because of the special love to the names of Allah which are in Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim, as it was done by Bashar Hafi, who was the drunkard and who was sinful person in Baghdad in Iraq. But when he found the name of Allah that was written on the paper, Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim, so he has seen that paper, and it was dirty. He took the paper, he cleaned the paper, and then put some fragrance upon that one, and then he placed it at the peak position in his house. So at that night, so the person, the Bashar Hafi, so he he was shown to the big saint of that person in the dream that Allah is happy with that person, and then the message that was given to him through the angels that Allah is happy, and you convey this message to Bashar that Allah is happy because he has done so much respect to the name of Allah. So when at the daytime when the message was conveyed to Bashar, he was in the pub. But when he found the message, so he came out with barefooted. And at that time, so he repented over his sinful things, and he requested Allah after Tawbah Astaghfar, that I will be slave of you and will die as slave of you. So he became slave of Allah, became the friend of Allah. And even up to the end of his time, even the animals they were to respect him, because on the way through the streets where he was to walk, and the animals they were not to leave the pee and feces there, so he was they were animals were respecting him also. So if a person who is respectful to the Allah's names, Allah's messages that are hidden in Holy Quran, so the reward of that is tawbah, astaghfar, and clear the person's heart from the sinful, dirty things, and then the best life and the ending time, the before death with iman, and the life after death is in Jannatul Firdaus. Subhanallah. So we have to respect the names of Allah, the Holy Quran, the ayat of Holy Quran. We have to respect whatever we got from the Sharia of Holy Prophet Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam. We have to respect it at the top prime position. All of the devil efforts go in vain if a person recite Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim before starting of anything. Reciting Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim brings the hidden secrets of Allah and hidden knowledge to the person also. Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim, it opens the doors which makes a person free from all types of diseases even. The Roman king, he was feeling terrible headache, and he used all types of medicines, but those were not effective remedy for him. So what happened at that time? So he sent a person to Umar bin Khattab radiallahu ta'ala anhu, with the purpose that he had so much headache. Umar bin Khattab radiallahu ta'ala anhu, he has written Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim and placed it inside a cap, and that cap was sent down to the Roman king. So the Roman king, he put on the cap on his head, and his headache was removed, and he became fresh and peaceful and happy. And one day he was sitting, he said, I should look what is in this cap. He opened the cap and found written Bismillah Rahman Rahim in that one. So the Bismillah Rahman Rahim also, it it makes away diseases also, and brings the happiness and recovery to the person also. And the different type of diseases or different type of pains becomes away from the person, so the person gets peaceful life, nice life, because of the blessings of Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim is also present in Surah Namal in Holy Quran, because it was recited by the Sulaiman alayhi salam when he has written a letter to Balqis. So any person who recite Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim is fully protected from the hell also. The servants of the hell, they will not be able to catch the person whose tongue was busy to read Bismillah ar-Rahman rahim in this world. All the devil efforts and all the efforts which comes to the person through the different people also to do the evil practice to go in vain if a person is just to read Bismillah ar-Rahman rahim in his mind. When a person goes to her wife or wife goes to see her husband, so by reciting Bismillah ar-Rahman rahim, then if with the company of both Allah gives son or daughter, so that blessed son granted to the parents becomes safe from the torment and the punishment and the sinful events or things which comes to him or her through shaitan, so that person is saved from that one also. So by eating and drinking, recite Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim also. And even every time if you want to start anything, so you have to start with Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim must be started before starting every good thing. So any person reciting Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim with Auzu Billahi Minash Shaitanir Rajim gets more reward also. Just like when we start Auzu Billahi Minash Shaitanir Rajim, then we say Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. And when Jibreel alayhi salam he came to Holy Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam first time in the in when Holy Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam was in Mount Hira in a cave, so Jibreel alayhi salam he came, he recited Auzu billahi minash shaitanir rajim, Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. Then he said, Iqra bismi rabbikal ladzi khalaq. So Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim has the special name of Allah in it, and because of that, the different necessities of the person, needs of the persons are fulfilled also. So we must be merciful to the people, kind to the people, if we are completely, fully in love with Bismillah ar-Rahman rahim. We have to keep it every time before starting everything. Must say Bismillah ar-Rahman rahim. Allah gave us tawfiq to do it. Ameen.